Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a requested video talking about my 5 top tips for buying pre-loved on eBay. I have bought many pre-loved pieces on eBay in the past, always from Japanese sellers, which is going to be one of my talking points today. And I feel like I've kind of gotten a feel for what it's like to buy on eBay. Just a disclaimer, I don't do any of the actual bidding. I just do items that I can purchase at the price that they're listed. Number 1, seller reviews. And this is something that I stand by if you are buying on eBay or on Etsy. Both of those websites, you need to look at seller reviews. I feel like sometimes, Amazon, some of the reviews can be like kind of eh. A lot of these sellers that I'll link some down below for you that I use on a regular basis, they have very good reviews. We're talking 98 and above percentile. Anything below that, I feel like it just gets a little bit too sketchy. Also, number 2, when I type in a bag that I'm looking for, a lot of times I'll just type Japan right behind it because I want to be able to find those Japan sellers right off the bat. My PM Montsuri backpack from Louis Vuitton and my PM Alma were both eBay purchases and both have since been sold and both were authentic. So Japan has a stricter set of rules in place for selling counterfeit items. There is more likely a chance that those people can get jail time if they sell you something fake. So for that reason, it's a little bit easier to trust them, and I use that very lightly because when it comes to eBay or anything on the internet, trust should be taken very seriously. Number 3, this is a little bit to each their own, but for me personally, I think that any cracks in the canvas is a no-brainer. That's a deal breaker. And for me, it's because that is the one thing on a Louis Vuitton bag that you can never have repaired. So let me give you an example. This here is my monogram desk agenda. It was purchased from a Japanese seller on eBay. I waited a very long time to get a very good deal on this. They currently retail for, I want to say, $650, and it is heat stamped here with TS. My initials are TB. So personally, it doesn't bother me. I feel like at least it has the T, right? So who really cares? But anyway, I was very concerned about cracking because any item that you're constantly opening and closing, cracking is going to be more likely in the canvas. When I purchased it, there were no cracks, and there has since started to crack a little tiny bit. I mean, it is so small. I couldn't even show it to you on camera. It is so tiny. But I just watched it like a hawk, and I used it every single day for a couple of years now. Now I'm giving it a break, and that's why it's sitting up here on my shelf. 1, because it's cute decor, but 2, because I do want to give it a break. If I were to take a piece like this to Louis Vuitton, even if I bought it new from the store and say, what the heck, my canvas is cracking since I've been using it, blah, blah, blah. There's nothing they can do. If your canvas is cracking, your canvas is cracking, and that's just the end of it. And then sticking to the same point, but kind of going hand in hand with that, don't be afraid to ask. I have asked so many sellers, does this have cracks? It doesn't look like it has cracks in the photos, but maybe it does, or maybe there is a crack in the photo and I'm just missing it. And the sellers have been honest with me up to this point. They don't want you to have to do returns. They don't want bad reviews. They're going to be honest with you if they see anything. Now, point number 4 is kind of go hand in hand with that one as well. And don't be afraid to offer. So a lot of times when you see an item, you might think, you know what, I would buy this, but for $100 cheaper. Message the seller. Even if it doesn't have the make an offer option at the bottom of the item, just make an offer. Just message them and say, again, hi, I'm interested in this item. Would you be willing to take X amount? And 9 times out of 10, they're gonna say no. But they're gonna follow it up with a lower offer. It might not be the $100 off that you're looking for, but maybe it's the $50 off, or maybe it's $20 off, or maybe it's $70 off. You never know. It totally depends on the item and the seller. And actually, I don't believe there's any item on eBay that I purchased without first messaging the seller and at least asking, would you take X amount? And then lastly, tip number 5 is going to be shop around and use it as comps. So what I mean by that is pull up Fashion File. Pull up, I'm not going to say The Real or Rebag. I personally have not had good experiences with those brands, but maybe you do. Pull up other websites that resell luxury items that you know or trust and compare them. If you see, for example, this bag on Fashion File would probably be listed anywhere from $900 to $1,300. So when you see this listing at $550, you're like, wait a minute, why is this one so much cheaper than what is listed on Fashion File? Well, first of all, eBay is always going to be a little cheaper. Even though this might sell on Fashion File for $900, on eBay, you're going to get it cheaper than that. A lot of times in my experience and in the experience of my friends who also have ordered on eBay, they'll put the condition of an item as trash. So keep an eye out. Know the bag you're looking at. Do your research, shop around, and you'll be good. There's a ton of things that kind of go through your mind when you're buying things on eBay, and I go through that too. It's very hard to trust, but once you find the sellers that you know are selling authentic and they're trustworthy, then it's a lot easier to make the jump. So those are my 5 top tips for buying pre-loved on eBay. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one, and let me know down in the comments what bags have you been able to score on eBay and do you still love them? I would love to hear from you. But until next time, bye.